Welcome, welcome, welcome to MiSpot, where we balance, heal, and activate who we truly are. I'm High Key Kiki, and tonight we celebrate the new moon in Gemini. I'm so excited about this moon. I'm so excited about this message. So if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I appreciate likes, shares, comments, questions, criticisms. I appreciate all the love and support that I get. So I don't want to do too much talking, but this energy just feels very easy to me. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like I'm light in the rear. I don't even know if that makes sense. But like I feel very floaty. I have a lot of mental clarity. Like, I think there's probably a message of clarity coming, like some type of message to make something that may have been confusing or a little cloudy, like something's going to get cleared up. With this new moon, we get a clean slate, a blank slate, like a monthly refresh. And being in the sign of Gemini, one of the air signs that's all about mental agility. It's also the month of May. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. But Gemini represents that, witty, clever communication, play with words, information, knowledge, social media, writing, creating. There's a big energy of like being in flow with that, like not feeling bogged down internally, not feeling mentally bogged down. I hope that you can resonate with that. If it's not resonating and you're kind of feeling the, low vibrational frequency of these patterns or these themes, this could be a reminder to you that this energy is supporting you with gaining clarity in information or education. Or maybe it's encouraging you to teach, to share, to learn, to educate. There's definitely a lot of divine timing, intervention. It's almost like all of the divine things, that crown chakra awakening, like true understanding that came up during our sound bath session. So, okay. You could be also like facing some fears. Like it could be in communication, it could be in maybe like knowledge, like maybe you could have been afraid of learning or doing something different. Trying something new. This energy is encouraging us to like face our fears with confidence. Or you could also be feeling like you've done that, like you've planted the seeds to push through your fears and your limitations, and this moon is like pushing that seed forth, where the fulfillment of that seed or the fruition of what you have planted will unfold over the next 6 months or so. Yeah. between now and the full moon in Gemini that happens in Sag season. It's like you probably have been doing a lot of like learning new ways to use money or use your money, learning new ways to be creative ways to generate money. It's like everything that's coming through is like purposeful, but it's all like deserving. It's from doing the work. It's from being intentional with balancing things out, or living a life with balance, harmony, peace. Releasing, letting go of like judgment, or like what other people may think or say. Just like truly trusting your higher self, trusting your ascending self, trusting the vision that your divine team has shown you, the Most High, the divine. You're being encouraged to continue to have a very clear vision in your mind of where you're going, or who you're being called to be, who you are ascending into. That part. So, welcome to Gemini season. Happy birthday to all the Geminis. Let's go ahead and ground our energy really quickly. Start with those deep inhales through the nose. Long exhales out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Third time, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Continue to breathe in and out. And with every exhale, release more and more tension. With every exhale, allow your muscles to feel more and more relaxed. With every exhale, get more and more comfortable. And allow yourself to bring your awareness to your heart space. Allow yourself to feel the rhythm of your heartbeat. Thank your heart for always showing up. Thank your heart for always showing up for you. And when you feel calm and stable and loved, allow that calming, loving energy to run down from your heart space, all the way down your lower chakras, And let that calming, loving energy continue out down your legs. And then imagine your energetic roots of this calming, loving energy to run out from the soles of your feet down into the earth, penetrating her core, penetrating her surface all the way down to her core, wrapping your energetic roots around her warm red center, allowing ourselves to absorb her love, her strength, her stability, her groundedness. Feel the foundation and support of the earth. Allow your energetic roots to be so strongly grounded to the earth's core that no matter where you go, where you walk on top of the earth, this groundedness is always connected to you. No matter where you move, where you go, the earth is always supporting you. We thank you, Mother Earth, for always being our source of grounding. We call in our divine spirits closest to the sun of love, light, connected to the Creator, the Most High. We ask that you come in as we set the intentions to ground, heal, and clear our energy this evening. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And as you take a few more breaths, just feel the calmness. Be sure to give gratitude. Allow yourself to capture a vision of this moment. What's the vision? What does it feel like? What does it look like? How does it sound? How does it smell? How does it taste? When you're ready, you can slowly bring your awareness back to the room, wiggling your toes, fluttering your fingers, and slowly opening your eyes. Very flowy, very wind. Like I have a new respect for the wind after this new moon or during this new moon. Not even thinking about air as in wind, like duh. But the wind has been speaking so loudly, so loudly over these past few days. Like it's a confirmation of the movement. Swift, constant, consistent, persistent, strong, grounded even. Making the trees sing, the leaves talk. Who knew it was time to start studying different types of winds? Different types of winds. Okay, so Mercury just moved into Gemini too. Oh my goodness. So communication is on steroids right now. Mercury moved in a Gemini is where, that's a place where Gemini definitely considers home, or Mercury considers home is in Gemini. With that communication piece, Gemini rules the third house of communication in general. However, Gemini may have a different house placement in your chart, but ultimately that's the energy that Gemini provides, or that is the energy that it's in aspect to with any planet that comes through Gemini. So May has been pretty quiet on the astrological side. I'm not going to really get too much into the well, I can give a few of the aspects for the week, see what pops out. But May has been relatively quiet. Like I said, Mercury just moved into Gemini. So we also have Jupiter in Gemini. Let's just go through. I can share with you what planets are where. So, of course, the Sun and the Moon are currently in Gemini. Mercury also in Gemini. Venus is in Aries. Mars is in Leo. Jupiter in Gemini. Saturn in Aries. Uranus in Taurus. Neptune in Aries. Pluto in Aquarius. Chiron in Aries. North Node in Pisces. Ascendant in Sagittarius. And midheaven in Libra. However, this particular astrological guide is not whole sign houses, which is fine, but it could be just a little different when you look at a whole sign aspects, or I'm sorry, whole signs chart, or whole signs astrology chart. It may be just a little off, but for the most part, the ascendant and the midheaven, I'm not sure, but they could be. Everything else I think is the other Astro Geek or Astro Seek would also show. But for aspects, of course, the Sun is in the conjunction with the Moon. That's how we get the new moon. The Sun is in trine to Pluto, so that's a lovely working energy. So you could be feeling really good at work, or you could be feeling like a change at work, like a good change, like a positive change. It could be also a generational pattern that you're breaking, and you're kind of being exalted or acknowledged or rewarded for that. Like it's something people are starting to see. The Moon is also in conjunction with Mercury. So, conjunctions are when it's like a strong blend of the two energies. So the Moon representing our emotions, like maybe hidden emotions, behind closed doors, family, how you feel kind of energy, is being blended with communication. Information, logic. So I love this. The Moon symbolizes instinctive awareness, and Mercury is the planet of communication. When the Moon conjunct Mercury, there is fusion between emotions and logic. Don't you love that? Emotions and logic. The mind is capable of sensitive awareness and rational decision making all at once. That's what I was just saying. It's like a very pure, clear mind. Like, just think of the freedom there, because everything starts with a thought. Everything starts with a thought. The battlefield is in the mind. So we can't take for granted clearing our minds in healthy ways, not as escapism. And sometimes escapism is warranted, usually when you're doing it the other way for a long period of time. You know, you may be dealing with things head on, trying to work through it, trying to do the hard part, put the heavy work in up front. But now we're getting like a energy where it's gonna be like light work. Like light as in light and dark, and light as in light and heavy, or light and fluffy. It's a very easygoing energy. It's almost like levitating, like being carried on the wind, like on clouds. That's kind of how it feels. It almost feels like your bottom sounds so weird, but like your bottom doesn't feel heavy. It's like you're fully supported and being like lifted. Like I don't even know how to explain it. What else do we have? Moon in trine to Pluto. Oh my goodness, how beautiful. So there's also, while the sun is trining Pluto, the moon is also trining Pluto. So that means that there's a harmony with those components. And so on one hand, you're going to be seen as the generational curse breaker, but then on the other hand, it's like you're going to be appreciated for it as well. Like behind closed doors, like you'll experience the public image of it, and you'll see the benefits of it inside your home. Mercury is in a sextile with Saturn and Neptune. Sextiles, the energies flow together. It could be like a new flow, right? Something new. Of course, Mercury being a planet of communication, Saturn being that planet of like structure, like bringing things in, discipline. Could be restriction. Could be flow, like could be like what goes around kind of energy, like a manifesting kind of energy. But with Mercury trine or sextile Saturn, thoughts are grounded in into concrete reality. This could be a time when mental energy is stifled. However, it's also an ideal time to concentrate your mind on an intense course of study. I mentioned that. You are mentally profound today, and ideas of responsibility and duty may dominate your thoughts. So you could definitely be feeling very responsible, or having to be responsible. It could be with finances. It could be with work, career, business, entrepreneurship. So you're being like, you're being kind of encouraged, or I don't want to say push, but you're being encouraged to like open up to something new. And like trusting yourself, like recognizing that you you got the juice. You got the juice. Excuse me. So let's see what else. So you're going to get clarity, but you could possibly have a lot of thoughts. There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot heavy energy in all things communication and information. Mercury is also in a trine to Pluto. Venus is in a trine to Mars. So there could be some loving action. I got that too. So there could be some sexy time. There could be some sexy time coming in, or maybe someone taking action on their finances as well, but also like their attraction, what or who they're attracted to. That could be, you know, work related. It could be love related. It could also be family. You know, there could be some clearing of generational wounds. Jupiter sextile Chiron, heck yeah. Jupiter, planet of expansion, planet of growth, is in a sextile or in harmony with Chiron, the wounded healer. So the wounded healer is getting expanded, growing. Saturn conjunct Neptune. There's a blending here of Saturn and Neptune. Saturn carrying that discipline, with Neptune carrying the like subconscious, imaginary kind of energy, like the dreamer kind of energy. So maybe some of those dreams, you're putting like some practical steps to reaching those dreams, being disciplined as you move in the direction of your dreams. Yeah. And then last but not least, Neptune sextile Pluto. This Pluto got it going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all beautiful energy. Definitely generational curse breaking here. Definitely. All right. That's really all I got. That's what's going on in the sky. I could go into each sign and just share. So like this moon, of course, for Gemini, and bear with me because I gotta remember the houses, but I have to get this because I wouldn't be doing what I was supposed to be doing if I don't end up learning this and retaining the information. But we're going to get there. So, hang on 1 second. Okay. So, okay. So, Gemini, like I said, this new moon, it's highlighting your first house of identity, your first house of ego, self, the house of first impressions, appearance, surface, in a way. Could be self-worth, but it's your it's your first impression. It's your, like, who you are initially, okay, what people see. So you're getting a chance to plant manifestation seeds on what you want to see unfold in your house of self over the next 6 months. Okay? In areas of communication, information, knowledge, wisdom, mental health, mental agility, being clever, what you can do on social media, that kind of energy, right? And then Cancer, this would be highlighting 12th house. I think it goes backwards. I don't want to do that because I'm going to screw it up. But I believe Cancer, Gemini would be your 12th house. So when it comes to the subconscious, you can communicate very well. You could possibly be gifted with your words, whether it be like writing, music, or expressing emotions. That's what this energy is encouraging for Cancer. Who's next? Leo. Leo, this new moon will be highlighting your 11th house. And the 11th house is the house of friendships, aspirations, your social networks, your goals for the future. So you could be learning how to communicate better in groups, communities, maybe even in friendships, or just like your relationships, or maybe communicating your goals, maybe to yourself or to others. This is a time that is allowing you to plant seeds, wisdom related, maybe getting mental clarity, clearing up confusion in friendships, social networks, in the community, your community. You could be, yeah. And then who else? So then Virgo, this moon will be highlighting your 10th house of career, your public life, your reputation, your ambition. So for Virgo, you could be learning something new at work, recognizing if you're being honest with yourself about your ambitions, your goals. You could also be learning more or becoming more self-aware of areas where you could be more disciplined or responsible. Yeah. That's for Virgo. Excuse me. Who's next? Libra. For Libra, this moon will be highlighting your 9th house, house of philosophy, higher education, exploration, religion, long distance travel. So you could be reading on philosophy or teaching or being educated more on philosophy. You could be in school. You could also be studying religion or like exploring different beliefs. Maybe learning how to communicate that, or maybe that's all starting to like come together. What you're learning is starting to connect the dots on things for you. Okay, Libra. And then Scorpio, this moon is highlighting your 8th house of transformations, kind of like your energy, that death and rebirth. So you could be learning something new with like I said, more self-awareness, so that you're recognizing what needs to go, or you have to put what you have to put ends to allow new beginnings in your life. You could be expressing your passion for things or certain things, or what you are passionate about or passionate for. You are starting to like express it. Could be definitely feeling like learning more self-expression, whether it be through communication or writing, media. There's an energy of like shifting into expressing yourself in a new way, a different way. Okay, that's Scorpio. Sagittarius. This moon is highlighting your 7th house of partnerships. And sorry, I have this on like a reel, and I should probably be looking at my Canva, but no worries. Yeah, so Sagittarius, this moon is highlighting, so you may be getting realistic with how some of your partnerships are going to, like the real truth behind your partnerships, or understanding the importance of communication in your partnerships. Clear communication. You could also be recognizing like what you want in a long-term commitment or friendship, like what you're really getting out of partnerships. Learning how to realizing that, or either communicating, learning, reading, gaining knowledge on how healthy partnerships work. And you could be doing some clearing out of partnerships that are not reciprocal, or like lack attraction, lack like they're not equally yoked, maybe. Capricorn. This new moon in Gemini is highlighting your 6th house of health and work. So you could be maybe getting back into your daily routine, back into work or service, or like a more detailed, you just get more focused on some of the smaller things or the detailed things, or like what you do on a daily basis. And you could maybe be communicating that, or maybe you're learning new ways to, or new things you can do or incorporate into your daily routine. But you could also be like, so this moon could help you if you're trying to get back into a routine. That could be helping. You could also want to do something of service for others under this moon. You may want to give back or donate some time. Maybe you want to give some things away. But it's like an energy of what you do as a rhythm, which is, you all like that kind of energy. Being an earth sign, just being very grounded, very connected to earthly possessions. So this is a moon that you could be learning, educating, or gaining clarity of what should be in your routine. Who's that? So that was Capricorn, Aquarius. This moon will be highlighting your 5th house of creativity. That's where your playfulness, your childlike energy or theme resides for Aquarius. So you could be, you know, using this new moon to get a clean slate, like I said, for like kind of, it could be some generational patterns you could be clearing up or getting a better understanding of. You're being able to put words to maybe some feelings. Maybe you're able to put words to some of the things that weren't very clear. And it could be allowing you, it could be opening your heart. And so you're kind of finding some balance because you're learning to open your heart with freedom, like without fear. You're able to open your heart. You're realizing that as you're processing these things, you're able to open your heart in confidence. That's what I get for Aquarius. And then Pisces, this moon is highlighting, is that your 4th house? Your 4th house, yeah. Of home, family, roots. They hating on me. Highlighting your house, your inner world. Like, so you could be realizing maybe some of your patterns when you go into like protective mode. You could be getting some clarity on like your emotions, like what you may be starting to realize, or maybe also starting to communicate your emotions. But this moon is definitely giving you an opportunity. I'm getting like generational stuff here too. Like I said, with the family, the roots, even protection. So it's like you're learning, you're communicating about your house, your home, your roots. And you could be learning you're learning how to process all of this and put clarity on it. Like it's giving you mental clarity. I hope so. All right. And then Aries, this moon is highlighting your 3rd house of communication. Would that be for Aries? That is. Your 3rd house of communication and community and information, all things Gemini. It could also include your siblings. It could include short trips and your local environment. So there could be some communication, emotional communication you could be having with siblings. It could also be, you could be working on like planning a trip. So there could be some back and forth communication with, you know, that trip away. You could be definitely looking to switch up your environment for a little bit, like either exploring a new place close to you, going outside of your local spot. Definitely like exploring, talking, communicating, conversing with other people. Okay, and then Taurus, of course, this new moon is highlighting your 2nd house of personal resources, finances, money, and self-worth. So you'll be getting a clean slate. When it comes to values, you'll be able to get it right another time. You'll be given a chance to get it right again, and really either you're getting clarity on who you are and what you bring to the table, but you could also, and you could be recognizing like what works for you when it comes to your money, your home, your possessions, and you're learning how to be more like straightforward with what you want in those areas. Like you're getting very grounded. You're digging your heels in when it comes to your values and how you present yourself. Okay? All right, I hope that was helpful. I hope that was helpful. Let's pull a card from our good old Moonology. Holy Spirit, ancestors of love, divine and healing light, please protect us as we download the messages for our best and highest good. Anything that's not for our best and highest good, please close, shut, lock, and block that door in Jesus' name. Come on. I just thought about SpongeBob when he'd be like, 4 hours later. That's how I'll be fast forwarding in my video. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. We got 4. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. Adjustments are required. 3rd quarter moon. A new romantic cycle begins. It was another card. New moon in Libra. There's definitely like love out here too. There's a lot of purple. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. There's that getting through your fears. So not being afraid of change is what I get from this. Like trusting your understanding, trusting the plan. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. And then on the bottom we got a waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. So there is a shift. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. Adjustments are required. 3rd quarter moon. New moon in Libra. New romantic cycle begins. And new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. Let's read the new moon in Scorpio. And maybe we can also do the new moon in Libra. So we'll do work through your fears and a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Scorpio. Yeah. Work through your fears. Work through your fears. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time if you've been experiencing something of a drought. And emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Attuned to the moon. Have some sexy time. Didn't I say that there was some sexy time in here? Additional meanings for this card. Time to let go of a grudge you're holding. Move on from jealousy. Stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid? Make an investment. The teaching. Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth, magic and shamans. Its energy is a little bit dark, occult, and even scary. Not all of us like to face the shadow, but Scorpio demands it. In fact, it's through working through your dark side that you can get to the light. And the new moon in Scorpio and the appearance of this card at any other time suggests you need to do that now. So that Scorpio full moon we had a couple weeks ago, that moon was powerful too. That was the moon where, to me, it felt like it was emotional, but like in a good way. It was like it sucked because it was a little bit of grieving and disappointment that came with that Scorpio full moon, but it was like clarity, understanding, like acceptance, which is a stage of grief. That's what that moon felt like to me. And so this one, it just feels so easy, so breezy, easy breezy. Cover girl. That's what it feels like. Very easy. So like the people that could be around you, it could be very easy to talk to. You could feel like you're learning from people, like you're getting the mental stimulation that you need and want. All right, let's read A New Romantic Cycle Begins, New Moon in Libra. So things are kind of going in divine order. Like there is heavy divine timing with all this purple. Like everything divine. Oh, excuse me. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be the beginning. And if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. In anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Attune to the moon. Reach out to someone and let them know you care. Additional meanings for this card. Feel more, think less. Okay, that's a message for Gemini. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. It's the second time marriage came up too. A legal matter will go your way. Pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. That also came up. The teaching. Libra is the sign of love and harmony, negotiation, and relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have the new moon in Libra, or at any time you draw this card, there's a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium. Okay. Okay. Balance. Balance. It's let it all work out. It'll all work out. Let it all work out. Let it all work out. It's a Lil Wayne song. Who's that singing that? Is that Sanford? Let it all work out. I don't think so. Star Mother Arrakis. This card, I saw the star when I was talking a minute ago about something about like going into like being like recognized, or going into a new area of like you're going to be looked at, you're going to be seen inside and outside. It came up a few times when I was reading through the signs. But I saw the star. Star Mother Arrakis, number 23, breaking down to a 5. So definitely change, positive change. You can see the face in that card, like it's like a face of the galaxy, face of the sky. Could be like sun face, moon face. Looks like a feminine face, but it's definitely like a sky energy, a star mother. So it's definitely a feminine energy. And on the bottom of the deck, passion of the wild red mother, number 36, breaking down to a 9. There could be some fertility, some baby making. We have the Star Mother Arrakis popped out, and then we have the passion of the wild red mother on the bottom. So mother energy, we could be actually getting a little ahead, like getting like a head start on some stuff. We're getting a head start on it's like following our divine understanding is giving us the head start. Star Mother Arrakis. Be the king who has made his own kingdom. Be the moon that has made her own summit. How much longer will you cuckoo like a pigeon? Empty your head of all mortal lusts and become life without breath. You will not call out for God anymore, for you have become immersed in God. Rumi. Your star mother, Arrakis, dances with your soul on the celestial inner planes. She dances in the embrace of Father Sky, shining white and pale, deep in devotion to the light behind all that is. Arrakis, dancing star of the heavens, ignites our souls to feel the rhythm of life and surrender to it in flow, in grace, stumbling, and in play. Like a child who thinks not of the right steps, but just moves with music and with joy, she reminds you to dance freely and from your heart. She reminds you that your soul is constantly dancing with the divine. What better way to connect with the joy and beauty of your soul than to mimic its movements? So dance, beloved. Let your being dance. O Arrakis, your bright beauty penetrates even the darkest of minds to remember, remember, remember. She calls out, her voice is music to our hearts. You are a child of heaven. You are born of such regal stuff, dear dancing child of the stars. When you suffer, I send you my comfort as stars falling from the sky. When you triumph, my dance becomes wild and light erupts from my heart in all directions. The light becomes music, stirring within you with an urge almost inexplicable, and yet so very deep and real. To make music, to create art, to dance, to play, to be at one with the joyful creative energy that dwells within you, beloved. Star child, earth angel, divine creature, your star mother keeps an eye on all the wild games happening in the sacred playground of the earth. She will care for you, righteous and true, shining divine justice and protection. No bully shall prevail over you. No bully from within you shall prevail either. No lies, deceit, or injustice shall temper your wild truths. Be demanding and claiming her love for you. Learn how to love yourself as she loves you, with wild, unconditional, passionate regard. Be like the child wailing for its mother, "Mom, Mom, Mom, come close." Then she descends, like a torrential downpour of devotional light. A tsunami of affection is unleashed. A rampaging cosmic tigress hurtles towards you, her claws gripping the fabric of the skies as she rushes to protect her beloved cub. She will fight for you against the forces that would dull you and dumb you down, obscure your brilliance, and stultify your free-form dance into strict, choreographed movements. She will pour her luminous essence into every crevice of your demanding soul. Nothing can resist her light. All shall be washed and revived in the outpouring of her luminous love. Then, sated and content, you are the child, so secure in the love of the mother, you trust in life implicitly and in what is brought to your door. You do not succumb to untruths. You do not resist because you are safe, held in the love of the mother. You have no need to resist. What is there to resist? Nothing. There is only the loving truth in your world, and all is at peace in your heart. And should there be cause to stand up and fight for love, for freedom, for light, for her truths of unconditional life, respected and honored, well, you should be particularly equipped for success. When there is that war to fight, you shall be the warrior who defends the motherland, absolute in your devotion to her ways, and empowered through her vast, indefatigable, triumphant power. She don't get tired, basically. And you shall bludgeon your way to brute force and fear. And shall you bludgeon your way with brute force and fear? Of course not. So here is your guidance. Lay down your old weapons, for new technology awaits you. It is the most magnificent of forces, that the divine alignment of surrender to the Star Mother in her way of luminous potency. For her great vantage point, the vast problems of our earthly mindsets are merely in need of a quick whipping by the tail of a comet. And this she easily achieves by flicking a strand of her hair or poking out her tongue. In the hands of a greater being, even your deeper trials will succumb to divine victory. Your ability to take the journey will be strengthened, and your success only a matter of the passing of time. Can you give yourself this gift, this blessing of the love, power, and protection of your star heritage? Well, we all descend from the stars, but some of us are asked to remember to acknowledge the divine parentage from which we come, and to allow the innate divine dignity within to restore us to faith in the path here on earth. No matter how dark life on earth may seem at times, when we remember our holy heritage, we can also realize, yes, I am blessed. Hail as one with the mother who shall not be deterred from great holy purpose. I shall prevail. I forgot that and feared, but now I remember, and I am determined once more. Then you shall feel joy and be inclined to dance, to sing, to make your art, and to live fearlessly once again. There was a lot here too. First, the rhythm of life. We were connecting with the rhythm of our hearts in our grounding meditation. That dancing made me kind of feeling that free-flowing wind kind of energy, like almost being like lifted, like carried, like you're floating across the floor. Big energy, like divine energy. I was talking about divine protection, intervention, timing, like it's all here. So it's like confirmation over and over and over again that you're on the right path. Yeah, I like the vision of Star Mother Arrakis running through the sky with her claws like gripping the fabric of the sky, like to protect you, like as her cub when we call on her. That's a nice energy, a very protective energy. That also came up with one of the signs. There's a lot of generational, there's some kind of generational undertone here. Curse breaking, pattern breaking. Like somebody, it's either dawning, somebody is either getting clarity of it, recognizing it, or like doing something about it, and like gonna get seen for it, understood for it. Yeah. There was some good ones in here. You are equipped for success. It said here that secure in the love of the mother. We did that, like I said, with the grounding of the earth. But it says you do not succumb to untruths. So there's that clarity again. She's a torrential downpour of devotional light. There's not a crevice, every crevice of your demanding soul. Nothing can resist her light. Don't resist, because you are held safe. And if you have to fight for love, for freedom, for light, for her truths, then you shall be particularly equipped for success. So it's like trusting, self-trust, self-worth, knowing your worth, knowing what you bring, what you can give, what you can do. Yeah. This is great. All right, let's do some angel numbers, and then we'll wrap it up. Eight popped out. They're like, you wanted more, so we gave you more. All right, we have 888. Karma. Ooh, this was the one that popped out. Should have just read this. Or just, you know. We have 1441, unique skills. I'll read that. We have 2121, energy levels. And then we have 0606, commitment. And then 1001, spiritual awakening. I think this came out not too long ago. 888, karma, balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility. Now, how you do that when you was plugged up? Sorry. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to release your greatest potential. I don't even have anywhere to plug this. Nope. Oh well. 1441, unique skills, life, goals, mission, success of self, honesty, important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is of priority right now. 2121. Energy levels, prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting, discipline, exaggeration, the opposite sex. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. That's the energy I'm getting from this. Then we have 0606, commitment, loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth, and solutions. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up, for the best is yet to come. I like that. Open up, for the best is yet to come. Last one, 1001, spiritual awakening. New beginnings, personal development, prioritizing creativity, and heading in the right direction. A new moon, a new phase, a new moon phase, a new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. You're going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel like the dark night of the soul. You're on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. All right, my lovely, beautiful souls. This is your new moon celebration. New moon in Gemini. I love you, but God loves you more. Oh, we have 2112. Whoa. On the bottom of the deck, it's up to you. someone watching over you, good fortune, unforeseen forces, direction. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams will come true soon. Keep going towards your dreams, babes, okay? Always go within so you never go without. And over here, we stay connected to the one who sits high, looks low, and sees everything. Thank you, and good night.